this is a shakedown.
So guys, it seems that we got an update about Shannon Sharpe being sued by a woman for $20 million for defamation because she went viral during the Usher concert. And now it looks like a federal court dismissed it now because it looks like he paid her off. Because let's look at this, the debrief. A $20 million defamation lawsuit filed by Chicago woman Jamlita Tillman against Shannon Sharpe, Chad Johnson, and their podcast team has been dismissed in federal court. The suit stemmed from an April podcast episode where Tillman was allegedly mischaracterized as being married and divorcing after a viral Usher concert moment, which she says was false and damaging. Tillman expressed satisfaction with resolving the matter, emphasizing a desire to move forward and recognizing both her and Sharpe's community contributions. So yeah, there you go. It looks like he either paid her the full 20 million or gave her at least 10 million, maybe 15 million right there. So she's satisfied and it looks like this is over now. Hopefully Shannon Sharpe can now keep his nose clean because he already got fired for ESPN, then had this lawsuit, which now he already fixed. I guess we are giving her a good sum of money. So it's going to be interesting if any other lawsuit comes out of this for Shannon Sharpe. But y'all tell me your thoughts about this.
All right, grace and peace, everybody. We are back. All right, we got to talk about Shannon. All right, I admit I'm a Shannon Sharpe fan. I think he's done a lot of good for the podcasting space. I'm not green lighting his antics. I'm not green lighting the way he moves morally, but I can recognize that he's been a pretty decent podcaster. And except for these now hiccups this year, he had been having a pretty good run at it. Hopefully this will fix it. But I want to talk about this defamation case. I was talking with somebody last week about what I think Shannon should have done. And the person thought it was fantastic. And this person's pretty smart too. So, hey, he agreed that Shannon Sharpe should have probably did this. I don't know this, but I think he might have did what I was suggesting. Let me bring this video in. Bring this in. Okay. Federal court dismissed the 20 million defamation case against Shannon Sharpe, Chad Ochocinco. Let's just do right here. All right. So we know that the 20 million defamation lawsuit was filed by the woman in Chicago after the Usher concert. We got that part. And the suit stemmed from that April podcast where Tillman, she was allegedly mischaracterized as being married and divorcing after that viral Usher moment. We all saw that. And now, this is where I want to get to. Tillman expressed satisfaction with the resolving matter, emphasizing a desire to move forward and recognizing both her and Sharpe's community contributions. I'm wondering, I don't think he paid her $15 million. I don't think it was that much. I think the 20 was just throwing something out there. I don't think it was worth 20. I do think he needed to give her something because of her branding and so on and so forth. But I don't think she needed 20 million. I don't think she needed 10. This is what I think. And I'm hoping that I don't think he did it. I don't know. I think he should have given her $5 million, apologized with his hat in his hand. He should do a whole dedicated podcast episode, even though it doesn't fit his brand. He should just say, hey, tonight's nightcap, bring her on Club Shay Shay. But it's an opportunity to really demonstrate that he is contrite. He's asked this woman for forgiveness. She's forgiven him, and they move on and give her a spot as a sponsor on the channel as a indefinite, at least for the next year. She could just be a sponsor on the channel, maybe a banner on his website or a banner at the bottom of his videos, whatever like that, if somebody's interested. I know her brand, what she actually does. Oh, by the way, she is a homeschool curriculum writer, and she's pretty prolific. So I got to give her credit for that. I know that doesn't fit his brand, Shannon Sharpe's brand, but I think everybody knows something should be done to make it right. And I think this is the easiest way to make it right without losing a whole bunch of money and a whole lot of goodwill. Because I think it goes to show that, hey, look, I put my hat in my hand. I apologize to this woman. I brought her onto the show to recognize what we did wrong, said wrong, that wasn't right. And, broke off a little bit of bread. I mean, he broke off some bread, that's for sure. But I think showing that it was resolved really will fix it, and it will do a lot to do away with a lot of the shenanigans that he's had this year. Come on, the case against the young lady that he was allegedly dating and losing his position at ESPN. He's had a lot of L's. This could be a proverbial W to show that, oh, okay, he's a good guy. He's looking out for people. He's looking out for women of color. He's looking out for single moms, all those kind of box checking situations. I think it would help him out a whole lot. And then also just help her, like to fix her image, because he acknowledges that he was wrong publicly, just says it out loud in front of everybody. I was wrong because I thought this and I said this, and without knowledge, and I buggered it up. So let's keep going. A $20 million defamation lawsuit against podcaster Shannon Sharpe and Chad Ochocinco was filed by a Chicago woman who's been dismissed has been dismissed, please forgive me, according to officials. What do we know? Ms. Tillman filed a civil lawsuit on April 24th against Sharpe, his media company Johnson, also known as Chad Ochocinco, and their producer. The case, which alleges libel and defamation, was moved to federal court in Chicago. The case has been dismissed, though further details haven't been released. I'm pleased with the outcome, as Tillman already said. We already talked about that. The backstory. The lawsuit stemmed from an April 12th episode of Sharpe's and Johnson's podcast, Nightcap. Okay, so he would be doing this on Nightcap, but he could bring her on to Club Shay Shay. Either way, I think he should, in which the former athletes allegedly claiming Tillman was married and going through divorce following her viral moment at the Usher concert in London. The implication, according to the complaint, is that Tillman contributed to the breakup. Tillman maintained that she's neither married nor in a relationship at the time. She said she attempted to contact the podcast host and the company to correct the record, but received no acknowledgement or retraction. Tillman also added that the incident negatively impacted her personally and professional life, including her role as director of the Harold Washington Cultural Center and her work as a homeschooling advocate. That's why I think if Shannon just does a meet and greet, has her on Nightcap, maybe just again puts his hat in his hand, apologizes again publicly so she can see it, everybody can see it, everybody can hear it in 4K, not just because maybe you didn't read this, maybe you didn't know about this, maybe you still think that the case is going on, maybe you didn't know she was even suing. So this will bring everything up, everybody will be up to speed, and I think that will be beneficial there. So let's see what they say here.
Dismissing the lawsuit from a local woman suing both Shannon Sharpe and Chad Ochocinco Johnson. The civil suit claims that on April the 12th, on a podcast, Sharpe and Johnson falsely claimed Jamalita Tillman was married and going through a divorce after her viral appearance at an Usher concert. She claims that impacted her life as the director of the Harold Washington Cultural Center and also a homeschool advocate. In a statement sent to us, she says she's pleased with the outcome and wants to put the matter behind her without a long court battle. Breaking news tonight, a federal judge dismissing the lawsuit.
Sorry about that. I don't know what they did. Again, like I said, maybe they did something really great. Maybe they just said, hey, here's some bread. Let's keep it moving.
Day and the gloves are coming off.
Here's some bread. Let's keep it moving, whatever. But I'm thinking they probably gave her, again, some level of millions of dollars. Because, she does have a brand, and you can't overlook that part. She has a reputation to uphold. I totally agree. There was some defamation. There was some ruining of her image, if you will, sullying of her image. But I think having her on Nightcap wouldn't be bad. Just have her come on, talk about it. Maybe just a 30-minute segment, 15, 20-minute segment, whatever works. And put his hat in his hand, apologize to her again, make sure everybody hears us and sees it. I think there's a lot to run with that. There's a lot to run with. And of course, removing the content off of your channel, all that kind of good, all that stuff for sure. But I think it will go a long way to help Shannon, because Shannon has been collecting a lot of L's this year. Maybe this will be a good opportunity to build at least build some goodwill and start moving in the right direction. What you think? Down in the comments, let me know. I appreciate you. And if you would, just give me your 2 cents. What do you think Shannon Sharpe should do to fix his image, start getting some W's again, and so on and so forth? Or do you think he needs to do anything? Maybe he just needs to keep doing what he's been doing. I don't know. Let me know. I'm looking forward to hearing what you got to say. And until next time, everybody, grace and peace.